Hi, class. Welcome to Principles of School Organizations. And this week, we are going to learn leadership. I enjoy learning leadership styles back to my career. And I think observing good leaders, is a very amazing thing. As you observe, you learn how to be a good leader in the future. So today, we're going to learn three important leadership styles. So this is the intended learning outcomes. So by the end of the preview lesson, you're going to differentiate the concepts of transactional leadership, 交易领导, and transformational leadership, 转型领导. Second, you are going to analyze and evaluate real-life scenarios among different leadership styles. Number three, I hope you can develop a comprehensive leadership strategies that combines transactional leadership and transformational leadership to help us build a long-term growth. All right, so let's get started. Okay, the first one is transactional leadership. This kind of leadership style is pretty straightforward. 非常直接 transaction, so transaction, which means 交易 okay. Remember last time we talked about reward power and coercive power. So if you do not listen to me as the boss, and I will probably punish you. Or if you do something good, I give you like bonus. So when a leader tries to trade 交易 with the subordinates, and probably this is type of leadership, we can call it transactional leadership. All right. So the idea is to motivate people by offering them something they really want in return for their efforts. And for example, if a school principal might promise additional planning time for you or resources if you agree to implement a new innovative curriculum, all right? So this style actually works by tapping into people's immediate needs. All right. If you really need something like incentives for the budgets, money, and probably you will be convinced by transactional leadership. So if the goal is to get teachers or the staff to meet specific standards, offering concrete rewards can be really simple and very effective in the beginning. Okay. But it's all about like give and take, okay? If the boss promise you to give you a bonus, then you have to to work harder or to be obedient in terms of in terms of the policy or in terms of the task he or she wants you to do. So this kind of like give and take approach where both sides know what to expect. All right. So transactional pursue a very cost benefit or economic exchange to meet followers' current materials or psychological needs in return. Right. So it's just like contract, 就像签合约一样 contracted service. Okay, we promise each other to work on some like task, and then I got my pay, things like that. All right. However, what are the downside of what are the disadvantages of doing so? Well, can this kind of leadership be a long-term leadership? Yeah, you can think about that. Once the rewards are given, actually the motivation goes down. Okay, if there are no incentives at all in the future. So transactional leadership is used for meeting immediate goals, but may lack power to inspire like very deep or lasting commitment. So it's just what I said, it could be more effective in the beginning stage. All right. So the second leadership style, we call that transformational leadership, 转型领导. All right. Some students have taken my 学校行政 last semester, and we have learned 转型领导. And if you can like recap or recall what you have learned, and actually 转型, it is going to be transformed. But who is going to transform? Probably you can think about that. All right. So next, the transformational leadership is often seen as a more like comprehensive and inspiring approach. So this kind of leadership, transformational leadership, tries to uplift and engage people beyond just day-to-day work. And this focus on like long-term goals and encourage a sense of shared purpose and vision. So transformational leadership has the leaders to be more proactive, 主动, and like kind of to raise their awareness level of followers to inspire their staff. Okay, and here are 4 important pillars in terms of transformational leadership. So let's take a look at these 4 I's. So the first I is idealized influence. So idealized influence actually rests on the trust and respect in the leaders. So transformational leaders, they earn trust and respect from the subordinates, from the staff. And sometimes they earn trust and respect by setting a very strong morale example. Morale 指的就是士气 morale. So they are liked, they are admired, they are respected by others. Okay, that's why they can inspire others to adopt similar values. Remember last time we talked about referent power? All right, you really want to the leaders sets really good models, so the followers will really like to, trust the leader or respect the leader. So transformational leadership has the same meaning by idealized influence, because you really want to be like the person. All right, the second I is called inspirational motivation. So these I's are very important. So you have to memorize that for your midterm exam. All right. So the second I is inspirational motivation. What does that mean? Inspirational motivation. You can see from the word motivation. So it's kind of to motivate the staff from the bottom of their heart. So it's not like coercive power, and it's not going to be like the reward power. Okay, the staff would like to do so because they got inspired. They would really want to do so. They desire to do so because they would like to follow the leaders, to work collectively. So inspirational motivation means the leaders can energize people by setting ambitious, exciting goals. So they create a compelling vision that makes people feel that they are part of something bigger. So they motivate them. Yes, we are doing the right things. All right. So they inspired the staff to do so. And they can say that, yeah, we got to be a brighter future. Like what Trump said, make America great again. Things like that. Okay. kind of to inspire motivation. Remember the Obama's champion slogan, he says, change, we need to change. So this is called like inspirational motivation. All right. And the third I is called intellectual stimulation. Intellectual means, yeah, you are wise, smart, open-minded, and stimulation is kind of to stimulate you, 刺激. All right. So intellectual stimulation address the issue of creativity. So if you follow someone who is really smart or who is very innovative, and you can, yeah, we should follow him, you know, he's just the guy. All right, he's smart. Okay, he's brave, things like that. He has really, you know, smart mind. All right. So transformational leaders encourage creativity and problem solving. So have you ever, you know, worked with someone who is really smart and who is really efficient, 很有效率, okay? So he or she can always, you know, come up with very brave, interesting ideas, all right? So this is called intellectual stimulation. So this kind of people want the staff to think outside of the box and do not afraid of challenging themselves and do not follow the old pathway. They would like to, you know, risk themselves trying something new. So the team is going to grow. All right. And the final I, it is called individual consideration. So it is the soft part. If remember Simon Sinek's video talking about like trusting team, right? He says a good leader will listen to the staff's, you know, worries, so that the staff is more willing to talk about their incidents, to talk about their weakness. So individual consideration talks about things like that. Transformational leadership, well, like to listen to the worries or the needs of others. So this kind of leader actually take time to understand each person's unique needs and their growth. And they kind of mentor and support their teammates and helping them to grow in the way that they think it is really meaningful to them. All right. So let's recap this 4 I's. So the first I is idealized influence, and the second I is inspirational motivation, and the third I is intellectual stimulation, and the fourth I is individualized consideration. So unlike transactional leadership, which is about like give and take, which is about like exchanges, transformational leadership is about inspiring people to go above and beyond. Because they believe in this mission, they would look like, for example, they are the principals who motivate teachers, not just offering the rewards or punishments, but inspiring them to create a very engaging, positive atmosphere for the team and, of course, for the students. All right, we will skip this and we're going to learn the next concept. It is called servant leadership. So we are going to understand what is servant leadership and what are the 7 key points of servant leadership. All right, finally, let's explore what is servant leadership. Actually, servant leadership has something to do with transformational leadership. Well, however, while transformational leadership often work to inspire and empower the staff, servant leadership focuses more on serving the team. All right. So in servant leadership, the leader's primary role is to support the employees' growth and well-being of others. All right. So servant leaders pay attention to individual growth, right? Cares about their individual employees. All right. So it is try to empower others. Okay. So servant leadership has something or has common with transformational leadership in some like vision, influence, create credibility and trust. All right. And now there are several key concepts of servant leadership. All right. So let's go through it very quickly, and we will talk about it in class. So the first key concept is focus on team growth. As servant leaders prioritize the development of the team. So in a school, this might mean the principal actively support the practice of servant leadership, and they probably will hold regular meetings, listen to your ideas, okay, and they will support them for professional development, okay. And the second one is serving the team. Unlike traditional leadership, the team members are the leaders with the rank. However, leader in servant leadership, they serve the team. Okay, so they would like to in a meeting to listen more about what are your needs and what might be the difficulties or challenges you face. The third one is high quality work and efficient. So when people feel fulfilled and valued, they often have more, they are more productive, to some extent. So servant leaders work to create the environment where team members feel really happy and motivated. That's why they have high quality of work and efficiency. All right. Number 4, focus on employee satisfaction and collaboration. Well, this kind of style focuses on creating a very positive, collaborative work culture. So school leaders might encourage teamwork between teachers, staff, and even parents to work together and to foster a supportive educational atmosphere or the environment. Number 5, applicable to nonprofits. Well, servant leaders, they are serving people, all right? So they also serve well in nonprofit setting like schools. Okay, here principal of the head or head of the department can act as mentors, okay, 指导者, and guiding students and staff to reach their full potentials. All right. So actually, this kind of leadership style is not only exists in schools, but actually could be in some nonprofit organizations. Number 6, okay, creating values and respect. Okay, so creating respected values. Well, servant leaders make everyone feel respected and appreciated. So in a school setting, this might mean being acknowledged by their efforts of all staff. So they make everyone feel evaluated. Okay, so the leaders will always be really grateful and thanks. Okay, 好的校长每次都是站在幕后就说，哦，这其实也不是我们的，也不是我的功劳啊，是因为某某老师很认真啊，是因为某某主任很怎么样啊。And he or she, keep talking about the values of his or her like team work and recognize their efforts. All right, the final one is strong work culture. Okay, by focus on these principles, 7 principles, servant leaders create a really supportive and engaging work culture. 非常有团结力、向心力的团队。So it leads to high morale and motivating. And in schools, this could mean like organizing team building activities or celebrating achievement to create sense of community. So when I back to my, first year teaching, I was, asked or invited to a very good team, and I feel really enjoyable working with those talents. And the principal, she's really smart and innovative. So I feel like, I can come up with like a lot of hope. 很有希望感，跟着这样的校长工作，觉得很棒，觉得超级强，我们学校好厉害之类的。So this is the strong work culture. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, and don't forget to take the test before exam before our class. So I will see you 1:20 online. So please be punctual. All right, 要准时哦。I will see you later. Bye bye.